All righty. So, welcome. Happy Valentine's Day. And
Happy Valentine's Day.
I'm really grad, and I'm just drinking coffee, no margarita yet. But welcome to the Tools of the Trade show. Today is February 14th, Valentine's Day. And as you know, I'm Belinda, director with Pampered Chef, and thank you for coming aboard. But I want to give you a few different ideas to get some outside orders for, at a party, Facebook, while you're out and about. Um, you got to remember that there's many, many different variations to many of these ideas. So you should always talk to your director to clarify things, especially when you're giving free product to host or guest, because we have ways that you can do it, and you're both pretty well versed in the whole thing, but we have ways to so that it doesn't cost you a lot out of pocket. But everybody loves the word free, right? I mean, I know when I see free, I'm like all over it. Now, and also there are some directors that, um, of course, if you're new to the business, we're all here to make money, and we don't like to see you guys give away money. But the thing is, if you got a goal and you're trying to reach that goal, oh my goodness, it's just some really good things for you to do now. And I only have 20 minutes per se, and I can like jibber jabber forever here. So by all means, I'm not telling you you have to give discounts or free product. They're just ideas that work. So if you want to get more outside orders at a show, number one, I always give my host an incentive. So I'll let her know that if she can collect 5 outside orders, because I always send out a a host packet, whether it's a Facebook show or just a catalog show, a live show, I'm always going to send them out a host packet. So I'm going to let them know that if they can get 5 orders before their show actually starts, um, I might give them $10 extra in free products. Doesn't sound like too much, but to some hosts, it's a big deal. If they get 5 orders before the show, and then they also get 5 orders after the show, I up the ante to like $25. So it kind of gives them the incentive to go a little bit further and get those outside orders. No, if they get only 4, yeah, I don't give it to them. But I've been starting to put stickers on my catalogs that says something. Of course, right now my new catalogs, I put little stickers on that say new 2018 catalog, because I just mailed out probably 100 catalogs. Yep. I'm a big one for that. Some consultants, and again, they cost money. So, but I'm out there for a goal. So I want to get my catalogs in as many hands as I can. So the 25 catalogs that I just got in February for hitting 750, as soon as that packet came in, I was mailing out 25 catalogs. And what I do is I put on all my catalogs, if they're going to shows, or even in the host packet, I'll put a sticker on each and every one of the catalogs, and I put 3 catalogs in my host packets, 1 for the host and 2 for her to pass around. And both of the ones that she's passing around, I just automatically put stickers on all 3 of them, but have something like this. I mean, this one here, I put, done with your shopping, please take me home and give me to your friend. So can you see that? It's a bright little pink one, and on the one on the bottom, it says it's a new 2018 catalog. I don't want them to throw that catalog away. So if they have to look at the date and try to figure out if it's a new or an old catalog, I just, boom, let them know right there that it's a new catalog. And I put those stickers on there because so many times I've been to parties, even before I became a consultant. I would ask the consultant, can I take the catalog home? And you know how many consultants would say, I don't have very many catalogs, or if I give you one, is there any way you can mail it back to me, or I can get it back? Well, you know what? That she just lost future orders from me way back then, and that's the way I felt. So that's the way I actually try to run my business. Is I try not to not to do the things that I used to hate when I was just a guest, right? So anyway, so I give the host the incentives, and I take this the catalogs, and at every one of my shows, they're going to see the sticker, so they can take this. They don't have to ask me, but and it's I just barely just had a show, and the woman, she still asked me if she could take the catalog home, and I said, absolutely, please, when you're done with it, pass it to your neighbor or your friend at work or whatever. And she ended up getting a $205 order. So when I called that customer, because she had gone online, because she saw my information and stuff, and actually on my show catalogs also, I always put the link. I handwrite a label that I put on there that I put the host name and her direct link to her show. So when that friend of hers brought that catalog home and then gave it to somebody, I got a $205 order. So I called that woman, because I call everybody. I try to call everybody. And I asked her if she knew how she knew the host. And she said, I don't know the host. Her sister brought a catalog home to me, and I love Pampered Chef. Wham, $205 order. That was just at my most recent show. So just goes to show that 100 catalogs is $45. 45 cents a catalog. And I got a $205 order. So to me, that was well money spent. So she basically almost paid for my whole pack of 100 catalogs, right, in that one order. Again, not everybody thinks that way, but so let your people, I feel, let your guests at your shows take your catalogs home, because you're going to get an order. Maybe 1 out of 10 catalogs you're going to get an order, but they're going to have your information, and they're going to have your catalog, and it also says, the sticker on it says to pass it to a friend. So if she does it, pass it to another friend. Real quick story, I sent out 50 catalogs to New York for a fundraiser that I was doing. She called me and she said, I never got the catalogs. And I said, well, somebody saw the Pampered Chef box on your doorstep and obviously thought it was a Pampered Chef item. So I'm happy. And she says, I'll pay for 50 more catalogs. I said, no, you won't. I said, I'm pretty happy, because as they opened up that box, they were probably driving down your street, and wham, catalogs. So they all went flying out the window or something. So my name is out there somewheres, right? That's the way I feel. But anyway, another thing that I do to get outside orders is customer care calls. I'm telling you, I really think customer care calls does a big business for you in outside orders. I call every guest, again, if I have the time. And another way to make yourself accountable to do this and keep yourself organized is on my calendar, the day after or the following day, right on my calendar after a show, I'll always write on there customer care calls. That's for the show that I just had. That keeps me accountable, and I look at my calendar all the time. So the day after the party or the following day, they always say like 48 hours while it's really fresh in their mind before you close out that show. Just let them know that you're thanking them for their order, and you wanted to make sure that they had a good time. Simple. If they sound like they want to hurry up and get off the phone, then make it quick. But I'll always say something like, and I did this in a show I had in January in Vermont. I called this gentleman, and yes, his name is Lynn. I said, "Hi, Lynn, Belinda from Pampered Chef. We met last night at Heather's party. I just wanted to first of all thank you so much for supporting Heather and helping her get that rock crock that she wanted so badly." She ended up having a $1,700 show, so she got a lot more than a rock crock. But did you have a good time? And when he answered, I said, I saw you eyeballing that knife block set. And it was such a wild party that I didn't really get a chance to sit down and ask you if you have any questions about oh, there's Puppy. I see. Where's the other one? Oh, probably on her lap. So I said it was a wild party, and I never really got a chance to chat with you and to ask you if you had any questions about that knife block set. I believe his order at the party that night was $250 something. By the time I was done that call with him, this is God's honest truth, his order went up to $805. He bought the knife block set. He bought the steak knife set. So he was a happy camper, and I had also told him that Heather's goal was to hit 1,500. So obviously I said, "Oh my goodness, Lynn, you're just going to make Heather so happy because you've got her over her goal, well beyond her goal." So believe it or not long after, when I knew his delivery was due to him, I gave him a shout and I said, "Hey, Lynn," I said, "just wanted to let you know, watch your doorstep. You're going to be getting your awesome knife block set and everything." He said, "I already got it. I already got it." And I said, "You did?" He said, "Yeah, it came today." But he said, "You know what? I really need another set of steak knives because there's 4 extra slots." So I got another. Now, obviously, I tried to get him to have a show, but he did not. There was no way. Jose, he wanted to even have a show. He just wanted to completely help Heather out. So it doesn't always happen this way, but when it does, it usually will happen big. I think a couple of years ago, made a customer care call, and she ended up buying a set of stainless steel cookware and a set of executive cookware for her kids for Christmas. So it happens. So if you want some outside sales, customer care calls are definitely the thing. So, okay, so how either one of you, when you're at a party, and I know, Crystal, you're fairly new, but how many you go to a party, you sit down at your full service checkout, you get the orders. Oh man, it's 45 minutes past the time you should have left already, because that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure Sherry's smiling for sure. Usually that's because they've hid my boots and they don't want me to leave, but that's all right. So how many of you, you get their order and you're looking through their order and you just, tally it all up and bloom, 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 do your quick spiel, and then they're out the door because they're in a hurry. They need to leave. It's 45 minutes past the time I said I was going to, be there till, right? So you get home with all your orders, and now you're putting them into your computer. Sherry, do you put your orders in the computer at the show or after?
I try to do it at the show if I have service. If it's somebody that has to leave, I quickly go over it before I finish up the party part.
Okay.
The other night, I had somebody that had to leave, she actually wanted to book a party. So I made her stay long enough so I could get my little host information filled out and gave her book. That way she could have her link, because I wanted to make sure she had all of her stuff and I had it written down correctly. But that's the party. I got like 6 bookings and there were only 9 people there.
Awesome.
Nice.
So that never happens, but it was great. So I know I did something right at that party.
Yeah. And I'm kind of off the theme of the whole call tonight, but just while I'm thinking about it, Sherry, on your host packets, when you bring them to the shows, put a blank label on it on the top of your host packet. So when you're sitting there with somebody, it looks so awesome and you look so organized. If you would sit there and say, okay, your party is such and such a date. So can I put in my calendar right now a day that I'm going to call you, because I'd like to have just a quick chat with you. And then when you do that and you sit there and you put it in your calendar and you write it right on top of her host packet.
Oh, okay.
Now
Yep.
she knows. It's just another little thing that I had started to do, and it's helped me out tremendously. So just to keep that. But anyway, so I do most of my orders at home. I like to kind of do it in my own office space and stuff. So I check the orders out, and yes, I'm guilty of them coming in, throwing the orders down, and all of a sudden I'm looking for them and they're gone. So the next day I'll give them a call and I'll try to upsell them. So let's say I noticed somebody had a brownie pan, but they didn't have the mini spatula, the mini nylon spatula on their order form. So of course I'm going to call them and I'm going to ask them, I'm going to let them know why they should get that mini nylon spatula. So it's another way you can kind of get orders now. And I'm not just so much talking about outside orders, but I'm still considering them upgrading to what they've already had. So definitely always try to upsell. Every single one of our products in our catalog has something that you can tell them they might want to have. So, and then I faithfully call everybody a couple weeks after I know that their party has closed and they've received their products, and it's just purely my out-of-the-box call. And you'd be surprised how many people put in another order just from your out-of-the-box call. And why they do that is because you're connecting with them and you're making a customer care call. So that's some very important things. That's stuff that I would have loved it if somebody would have done that to me. And I would have probably ordered something every time they called me. Good thing they didn't call me all the time. But I do that because I'm also letting them know about the 30-day warranty. I don't want them to be stuck with paying for shipping after the 30 days is over. So if during my out-of-the-box call they say, no, they don't have it out of the box yet, I'll say, do you need a recipe for that rock crock or whatever? Just to, you need to use it, because I don't want you to keep a product that you really aren't going to use, because that's never a good thing. So a couple things is, Sherry, have you ever done a mystery host party?
I think I've done 5 of them because I didn't have any sales coming for a while. Yep. So I've done that. I did that.
Okay. Definitely a few of these things you're going to hear. You're going to hear over and over again from, directors or meetings or whatever. But a mystery host party, basically, Crystal, I know, did you ever do mystery host parties with 31 bags?
Yes, and I have one going on now to try and get my goal. I'm like $160 away.
I know you are. I know.
Killing me.
I know. Yeah, you got till what, the 21st?
Yes.
Don't go till the 21st. Go till the 20th, because you might have a credit card or something, right?
Yes.
So, so you know how a mystery host, I'll actually just kind of basically go through it for anybody who's going to listen to this recording after, but basically you set up the mystery host party on Facebook, let them know that the show is considered a show only when the sales hit $200. I let the guests know that they will get one entry ticket for every $15. Sometimes I say $25 that they spend. At the end of the event, all of my tickets get put in a bowl and I draw one winner. And of course, that winner becomes the host of the show and gets all the host benefits. So that's something quick somebody can do right now. The products that are being retired, have a Pampered Chef retirement party. They sometimes call them out with the old, in with the new, but I don't like to take in the new yet, although I was going to do it Sunday. Yeah, I was going to. I like to do, if I'm doing it online, I'm going to do a retirement party with the products that we have to say goodbye to. I will also give them a 10 or a 20% discount. Either one of you on direct ship?
No.
No. Okay, good. So I'll always give them 10 or 20% discount, depending on how I feel that day, off from the retiring products. So whatever works for you. Again, if you're a new consultant, just give them a deal because people love deals. Post pictures of each one of those retired products and give them reasons why the product might help them solve a problem in their kitchen, because that's what they're all looking for, is to have something solved. Now, why would they want to purchase the wok right now? Number one, and I'm actually looking through the new catalog, the new cookware does not have a wok. So would be a great thing to put out there that, oh my goodness, when this wok retires, I have to tell you, and I can honestly say, there is no wok in the new catalog. So if you want a wok, don't run, but buy that wok. No, just joking. Anyway, outlet sales. Definitely, I post at least 2 times a month about the outlet sales. Why do I do that? We all know on Facebook how fast our news feed, if you're not tagging someone in particular in your news feed, it rolls and it rolls and it rolls and they don't see it. So I even sometimes do it. It's very simple with ScentShare. Just go in.
Yep.
Every week, have a outlet sales that's going to go into your page or your personal page or however you're running your business. So it's simple. I mean, I think I've got the outlet sales because your link will never change. So I think I've already got the outlet sales already done all the way till the end of April. So every week, my outlet sales are going in there because I want sales. And usually every time I post the outlet sales, I usually get anywhere from 2 to 5 orders. So just, post that outlet sales. Every time we're expecting a snowstorm, oh my goodness, just post a white special. Crystal, I think you just had one, right?
I did.
Yeah. It might not generate enough to make a whole show, but it could generate you an order. So that's another way to get some more sales. I usually do. I mean, I'm a big one for 20% for some reason. I just figure if I need the sales to hit a goal, I need to have. I'm going to give them a good deal. So, post a picture on your Facebook that you have an order going in for some rubs and seasonings. I just did that and had a lady order 20 bottles of garlic and herb seasoning. 20.
Ooh.
I called her and said, I think you made a mistake. I think there was a little slip of the finger here. She said, why? And I said, 20 bottles of garlic and herb? She said, yep. I said, oh, well, yes. First time I ever had somebody order more than 5 bottles of one rub. She said, I just can never get enough. I use that. She says those 20 bottles will be gone in a couple months. So the next time I post it, I bet she's going to be there again. That's $100 order. So she'll be back there. Also, periodically, just like you do your outlet sales, post the link to Facebook or whatever. And most of these are kind of like Facebook things. So post a link and let people know that we have replacement parts for their broken products. You know how many people do not know that we have replacement parts? They take their piece, their food chopper, their clear collar has broken, boom, they take it and they throw it. They don't know, they don't realize that they can do that. So put a little post out there that says, did you know that Pampered Chef, you can purchase replacement pieces? Let me, if you have a favorite product that is broken or you need a replacement piece, message me below and I'll see if it's, available, or they can click on the picture of the food chopper and then it says right under it, replacement parts. So people don't know that. So also, along with my periodical outlet sales, I am now posting about the replacement parts. If you use business cards, or do you, either one of you have business cards, or what are you using for business cards?
I went through Vistaprint.
Okay, so you have regular business cards. Crystal,
Yeah.
have you set up any business cards yet, or?
I don't have any yet, but I've been handing out those mini catalogs.
Okay, cool. That's good. And that's awesome, especially if you've got a nice new pack of the brand new March ones. Those, it's actually intriguing to somebody who opens it up. I send those out a lot of times for host as their invitations. I have one host, she's hosting in March, but she always sends me a list and I do it all for her. So, but I know that every single year she's going to host again in March. So that's why I do it. But anyway, so I always call it my coupon. It's a little label that I put on the back of my cards or on the mini catalogs that just says, it's a coupon. And, use this coupon and get 20% off your order or a free rub or whatever it is that you can afford to use. So send it out with some mini catalogs. I mean, mini catalogs are what, $3 and something cents for 25. And just put that label on the back and just let them know that that is their coupon. Always, always, always put an expiration date or a one-day only sale, because we as human beings, we need a reason to act right away. Discounts, it's a great way to compel people to buy. So if they look at the expiration date, and you point it out to them when you give the card, this 20% is only good for 1 week, or it's only good for that one day. And if they've ever thought about purchasing, it's going to be right away or within a week. So it gives them a reason to act right away. Whoa, I'm over, but so, figured I would be, right? So final thought. So back to the catalogs. And again, some people just don't like to give away catalogs, but how do you guys hold on to your catalogs like they're your family Bible? I mean, personally, I think of my catalogs as my storefront, right? Everything I sell is in that catalog. So it's my storefront. It's my Bible for my business. But the products sell themselves in the catalog because of the way that Pampered Chef actually puts their catalogs together and stuff. And like I said, 100 catalogs sells for $45. If you can't do a whole $45, and I keep going with 100 catalogs because it's a lot cheaper to buy 100.
Mhm.
If you can't do 100, go in with somebody. Ask somebody. You know, in Crystal, the next time you want to order catalogs, man, I'm ordering 100 catalogs all the time. I've already ordered 300. I've already got 300 catalogs ordered already, and
Wow.
it's not even March 1st yet. So that's
Wow.
because I strongly believe that the catalog, like I said, is my storefront. So I see somebody in the grocery store and they say, oh my goodness, that Pampered Chef bag is so cool. Oh, that bag is so cool. Where'd you get it? Boom. You know, I'm going to pull out a catalog and I'm going to hand it to them. And that's got my information on it. 45 cents, but man, if she only placed a $100 order, well, we know those bags are what, pretty close to $50. I don't remember the price off the top of my head, but that's $10 I'm going to make, right? So go in with somebody so that your investment is a lot less than the $45. So just real quick, in December, beginning of December 2016, I needed $5,000 to be able to go on the cruise to the Bahamas. I had never been on a trip with Pampered Chef, and I said that was my goal throughout the whole year, that I wanted to go. So when I checked my stats, I said, oh my goodness, I have $5,000 to go in the beginning of December, and it needs to be done by December 31st. So I figured it all out, and I made myself a daily goal, and I made it to December 25th because I didn't want to be flogging at the end. I had to sell $200 every single day.
Oh my God.
So how I did it is it needed to keep me on track, right? So if I got $400 in one day, yay, cool. I didn't rest the next day. I needed 200
Mhm.
more. That's just the way it went. So I sent out catalogs. I kept a list of everyone that I mailed a catalog to. I gave them 4 or 5 days to be able to receive the catalog, and then I gave them a call. I probably cried on a few of them because I wanted the trip so bad. But anyway, I asked them if they had to receive the catalog. If they did, I just told them my goal and let them know that I would really appreciate it if they could take a peek at the catalog, and if they found something that they absolutely wanted in their kitchen, I would give them a 10% or 20%. I don't remember what I gave them on their order. It got me my trip. I swear it was the catalogs that did it. So there you go. So any questions? You guys want to go on a trip?
I'm going to Hawaii.
Yeah, me too.
I see it when I believe it.
I want to go.
Yeah, I'm going because, and it's a goal for me, and it's a big goal, but I'm going because my husband's birthday is while we're there. So,
Oh.
So, and he would be 67 years old.
Oh, wow.
And it's a big goal of mine because that is how old my dad was when he passed away.
Oh.
So, yeah, so
More meaning.
I'm taking him to Hawaii. We've never gone to Hawaii, but I'm taking him to Hawaii. Anyway, so I'm going to stop the recording because nobody